Hey, what's going on, everybody? I know who it is. It's JJ. You know, we back at like an addict, no rehab. And as y'all can tell by the thumbnail, I just bought me a car for $100. Yes, that's correct. I bought a 2008 Buick for $100. As you can see, as a thumbnail, it's a screenshot of what I paid for. It shows me that I won the vehicle. You know, and people be like, "Oh, how do you win a car for $100 and all this?" It's a lot of stuff about the car business and stuff like that that you can make anything. It's money. You can make it work. Like, like y'all watch sports and basketball players, they pay all these people money and they talk about salary caps. Man, you can make all the time. You can make the money and stuff work however you want it. You can make it however you want to make it work for you and stuff like that. And then shout out to all my people that out there that sell cars, or say they sell. A lot of people say they sell cars, and then they say the cars I buy be junk. Some might be, some might not be. But it's that's how you perfect your sales skills. Honestly, that's how you perfect your sales skills, man. Not I ain't gonna say, I'm not saying like selling junk or anything like that. Not but like not buying the best looking car. Like anybody can go out there. It's not hard. Like, okay, I'll go out there and buy 20 2012 nice clean. The car is clean. It's gonna sell itself. So are you actually a car salesman, or are you just moving? Or are you just you're not? I don't know, because a lot of people call it sell. Like it's difference when car selling is different than just car flipping. You can. A lot of people are just flipping the car. Like, okay, I bought it, boom, I put it out there for that price, and I flipped it and I moved on. Car selling is, okay, this car might not look the best, or this car might be like, they might be looking at, specifically only looking at Honda Civics. It might be only looking at '08 Honda Civics. So, and you got a Honda Civic, and there's 20 other Honda Civics on there. And when they come and stop and look at your Honda Civic, are you gonna be the one that sell them, or are you gonna be the one to let them walk? That's the difference between selling. Car flipping is, okay, you bought the car. Okay, I bought it for $2,000. I posted it for 35. Boom, I flipped it. Boom, it was clean. It flipped and moved on. I bought it for $4,000. Flipped it. Boom. It's different. Is if when they're looking at that specific car and they got 10 on their list, are you going to be the one selling the car, or are you going to let them walk? That's the difference between car selling. So that's why I enjoy car selling. I don't know why people put all this tape on there. That just makes the car look absolutely way worse than what it is. And then like all this stuff, like you put plastic bag, when literally, is this a hubcap? So hold on, are these hubcaps? Oh, they is hubcaps. Okay, I thought they was. That's just hubcaps with a. I thought these was actually rims when I seen it in the picture. Is my battery up? Okay. Let me check my fluids. They just dropped. That's the only thing too with buying cars. Like, one thing about buying cars online is that people transporting them. They drop them off at any time, and so it's like 9 o'clock now. But they dropped it off like an hour ago. Okay, so we got no hood shocks. Can we get a little flash on there for you? Okay, it looked like it was missing at one point in time. They changed one coil. Let's check the oil. Okay, got oil, but it's low. So definitely need an oil change. All right, go back in there. 5W30, that good old 3800. Okay. Battery got some corrosion on there. Okay, what is this? Something, look like they hooked up something to the ground. Brakes, coolant. Let's take a walk right of it though. So I need a hubcap. I thought it was a rim, so need a hubcap. Where did he say you put the key at? See, that's the only thing too. You gotta make sure. I dropped my phone because they drop your car off and they put your key. Where did he say you put my key at? Interior is already pretty clean. Let me find this key and I'll get back with y'all. All right, we found the key. We got it started. Sound like. Need a fender and a headlight and some hubcaps. Look over here. A little noisy, but let's go take it for a spin right quick. Let's go take it for a spin. You know, it's got oil, so I know that. Started right up. Know that. It ain't got no service lights on. It's got 2 sets of keys. It's got a little converter, little rambling in there. Okay. Got the auto lights go popping off. Where's the little info thing on? Got 176,000 miles. Glove box don't close. Okay, a little spring. That ain't nothing. Easy little fix. Heard the compressor already kick on. Driver's lights on. Let's turn this light on so y'all can see me. Let's put it in drive. Okay. Don't look like it got no mount issues. That's right, baby. Okay. We got the cold AC kicking in. The cold AC kicking in. Now we just gotta make sure we got some gears. The motor sound good. Yeah, nice. Now we just gotta make sure we got some shifts. Oh yeah, shifting just fine. That was one shift. I ain't gonna say shifting just fine. Let me make sure we get some other shifts. Oh yeah, shifting. AC blowing cold. We got a winner. We got a winner for $100. We got a winner. Who buying a Buick for $100? 2008. Like, come on now. Come on, shifting off. Ain't no shaking, no rattling. No service lights on. Easy little fix. Easy little fix. Fixing the glove box. Getting a fender and a headlight. Ain't got no gas in there. Y'all see it. It's got a little crack on her. I don't know what happened like that. Probably when they got hit or something. I don't know. I don't be knowing how stuff like that. Or maybe somebody would just touch. Yeah, they ain't no alignment issues. You don't look. Hand off the steering wheel. No alignment issues, shifting like it's supposed to. AC blowing cold on her feet. got us a winner. Go get me a fender and eat me a chicken dinner. Oh yeah, this Buick riding and it's sliding. Headlight, and they just got okay. So that's why it's time for oil change. Look, it's time for one. Park this bad boy behind the fence, and then I'll sit there and talk to y'all. Like I said, look at that brand new rubber on there. Rubber, just where it got hit, broke the hubcap. So I gotta go find me another hubcap. Get me a gold fender. I mean, I could probably, but then I might as well just go get the fender. It ain't no point in like getting it straightened out, because then it's gonna have a little crinkle in there and all that. When it's easier just go get a whole nother fender and straighten it. And a headlight, that's nothing. I just go right to the salvage yard, pick one of those up. That's a winner. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here and talk to y'all here in a second. So get it one more time. Let me get a thumbnail for you. I gotta reverse it up so I can get a thumbnailage for y'all. So y'all, yeah, gotta get that thumbnailage for y'all. But it ain't like the converter is making it do anything. It's just a little noisy. Let me know in the comment section below, what would you sell it for? I'm thinking about, after the fender and the headlight, I supposed to put like 4,000. Make me a good old profit on this. Look at that. A good old profit. Yeah. What about? Go get an oil change. Get an oil change, top up all the fluids. Go take that to the muffler shop just to see why is it so loud. I don't know why that's loud. I don't know if it's like aftermarket or something, or it's got like a little hole or something in there. I'm not 100% sure. But we get that, check it out. It ain't got no service lights on. The drives and shit's good. Fender and the headlight and the hubcaps. Hopefully, probably not, because the way they got hit, like that center cap. Yeah, that center cap gone. I'm probably have to order me some Buick center cap. I don't know, or maybe I can find, maybe at the salvage yard I can look in the back of the trunk of one, and maybe they got one. Maybe I can get lucky and they got some Buick hubcaps online. Maybe I can get lucky and just get it that way. Maybe. If not, then we'll just switch up the hubcaps all. You know, I'll just change them all the way up. You know, gotta make it look good. But this is easy. This is easy. But I'm gonna let it run all the way tomorrow. You know, but it ain't overheating or anything like that. It's full of coolant and everything like that. But I still want to let it run like for a complete, day and time and stuff like that. Just make sure it's doing. Make sure I drive it one more time. If I wasn't in my other car, I probably would have drove it home, but I don't know. But I'm gonna check. Like I said, they ain't got no service lights on. I'm gonna check everything. I know it's. Like I said, I'm check everything. Check everything. AC blowing cold. AC blowing cold. But I think that's one of the best things I do is like buy, I enjoy selling cars, but I enjoy finding deals, not necessarily finding deals, cause people be like, I know how the car business works, man. You can't fool me. Let's see, start right. Fire right up. Boom. Extra selling feature. 2 sets of keys. OnStar. All of that good stuff. Yeah, this is $4,000. 2008 Buick. $4,000. I did turn the lights on auto, so they'll come. Go off. Does it have remote start? Oh, it got remote start too. Let's see, does it work? I forgot how Chevy's remote start work. What is it like? I forgot. It's like first I gotta unlock and then it's like what? And then it's like I don't know. My brother know he know exactly how the Chevy remote start works. But yeah, it's my 2008 Buick that I bought for $100. But I'm gonna sit down here and talk with y'all a little bit, chop it up. Let me lock this gate and everything and get back to the house. Or no, I'll probably chop it up right here. But let me just close this gate and lock up, and then I'll chop it up with y'all. So let me break it down to you. My interior light, I gotta get that fixed. So let me just break it down to you, right? So when close the door. So when you finance, let me get into the light so y'all can see me. When people finance cars, like okay, they finance the car and they go pick the car up. You know, a lot of times people resell the car, but you're not really supposed to technically do that, but people do it all the time. But you're not really supposed to do that. Like what you're supposed to do is once the car is financed, you're supposed to send that car to the auction and that ends the story. A lot of people do it, a lot of people don't do it, you know, but that's what you're really supposed to do. And so that's how you get cars like cheap when like somebody financed the car, and a lot of times people think like, okay, I financed the car, I gave the car back, that they don't owe for the car. No, you signed a legal, like when you go and sign your name on a finance agreement, that's a legal contract. So that person is legally able to sue you for the remaining balance of whatever you didn't spend for that car. So that's how, like when you go to auctions and people be like, oh, you don't want to pay, because I be knowing. I worked in the car business long enough, and I know about cars. Like they can make the numbers work however they want to make them work. You can, oh, this deal I can't really get the deal done. Yeah, you can. If you want to if the numbers you want to make them work, you can make them work. It's all about playing with some numbers. It's all about. That's why I think like accounting is like one of the dopest skills. You know, because you can always just like mix and match and play with the numbers here and there. And okay, we play with like all. Food, like the Wolf of Wall Street and stuff like that. You can make all the numbers do whatever you want. You can make kind of when you're good with numbers, you can make them bend them in the way you want to do them. So what happens is, and then a lot of times, so like auctions, they run cars and they have no reserve. So like whatever the car brings is what we're going to sell it for. It doesn't matter what it brings, we're going to sell it because they don't really care what the car sells for. Because what they're going to do, especially if originally they sold the car and they made a lot of money originally off the selling the car and the down payment, all they're going to do is they're going to take whatever the auction gives us. So my $100, they're going to take that. Okay, bam. The customer that signed the contract for that car, they're going to just sue them for the remaining part. That's going to be a collection on their credit. So say that they owe $5,000 remaining on their car, they're gonna do that. So the person that originally financed that car, our car only bought $100 at the auction. Now that person that signed that contract, that thought like, okay, I'm out of this deal, they still owe $4,900. And then what that dealership is going to do, they're going to just sell that contract. If they made originally a lot of money off the deal to begin with, they're going to just sell that contract of that car to a debt collection agency, because like all these debt collection agencies, these numbers that call you, be like, oh, we're going to reach out for you, because all they doing is transferring the debt. They're going to sell that contract because they're going to say is, okay, we got this contract for $4,900, and then this place is like, okay, well, we think we can collect majority of that money. We'll buy that contract from you. We'll buy that contract from that dealer for $3,800. So that dealer sells that contract to this person for $3,800, and then they try to collect $3,800, or they try to collect the $4,900 from that original customer. But now this customer, so that's all it is, just making the money transfer, because all it is going. That's all collection. Like when you get a collection on your credit, okay, this collection agency, they can't. That's why a lot of times collections on your credit, they don't fall off after a certain amount of years, because that collection agency sold it to another collection agency. So now that collection agency is going to take their 7 years that they're going to take their 7 years to try to collect on the money. So that's why a lot of times a lot of these collections don't fall off your credit, because all they doing is selling the debt to another company. And that's just the same thing with these contracts. People sign these contracts, they don't pay the car off. Okay, we're gonna file a collection. Boom, put that on your credit, or they're gonna just garnish your wages, or that's what they do, or that's what they do as well. They'll do that. Boom. Then the person that signed their contract, they're looking at their paycheck and wondering why they got a garnishment out their check, and they thinking it's like, okay, it's child support or something. No, it's their car company that you signed that contract with coming back to get their money. And every time you go get a job, they're gonna take their garnishment out into that dealership, get their money back. So that's why the dealership, a lot of times I be like, man, I'm not about to get that much money for it at the auction. And that's just me, because I be knowing all this backstory. But if y'all want to know more, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we're gonna keep learning, and we're gonna keep doing our thing. I'm out. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.